The champ is here.
We will definitely not shut up and dribble.
The champ is here. I must be the greatest. The champ is here.
I'm going to continue to stand with the people.
The champ is here.
I will not lose.
I'm a bad man. I shook up the world.
Yes. Welcome. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you are here with we. My name is EJ, and I got my man.
Yeah, mate.
Yes, he's the DB of the show, and we are Black in Sports, giving us a voice to the people and a voice of the culture that won't shut up and dribble. Here, interviewing the best professionals in the game and in the boardroom, covering it all, laughing at it all, while providing a platform to be heard. All right, so today, you know what I'm saying, we had to bulk up the lineup a little bit, all right? So we got some former Hoopers in here that like to connect and empower people. They are the creators of the L.A.B 24/7. So in the booth here, we got Matt Shaw and we got Bill Clark, man. Welcome. What's up, fellas? Clap it up.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
No, man, we appreciate you guys, man. So, hey, y'all know how we start the show, man. We need a shoot your shot moment for both of y'all. All right. So this is where you went for it all. You know, whether it's with the ladies, whether it was in the ball game where, you know, you cleared it out. You cleared it out. You know, you ain't gonna run the play, you're just gonna clear it out. But just give us a shoot your shot moment, and we can't have that, man. You know, I shoot my shot every day, man. We need a true bona fide story. Who wants to go first?
Bill, you got to go first.
Oh, I like the way he just put you out there like that.
You want me to go first?
Yes,
Bill,
sir.
you up.
I mean, it just depends. You know what I mean? It depends on, let me think.
Uh-huh.
Think about like the craziest time, man. Because
Okay.
you guys gonna put me on the spot. Well, you know my family upstairs, man.
We ain't gonna tell nobody else, man. We ain't gonna tell nobody else.
I ain't gonna lie. My wildest times was in Turkey, man. In
Ooh.
Turkey, like anyone that played out in Turkey, I mean, they understand. You know, I'm trying to keep this PG,
Yeah.
but Turkey is a different level, man. It's a different ball game. You know, with the women, they don't care, man. They ruthless. They just they see you, they want you, man. They're like hyenas, you know. And,
Hey, Miles is over here co-signing with that. You know, long time ago. Wait, long time ago. Long time ago.
My wife knows. I mean, yeah. Okay, go ahead. I know.
I mean,
So Turkey, take us back, man, because you look like you having flashbacks as well.
oh boy. So Turkey, I would say when I went to Turkey my second year. I was in a place called Konya, which is like the largest. It's the capital of Turkey. It's like the largest area in Turkey, but it was nothing going on over there. So what we used to do is we used to fly to Istanbul or go to Ankara or Izmir or anything like that. So after the game, we would just shoot over. You know, we just catch a flight, we shoot over. And we go out Friday night, we go out Saturday night. I mean, we wouldn't sleep. Friday night, Saturday night, and then Sunday night, we go to Masquerade. And Masquerade was crazy. It's the craziest club in Turkey. So after that, the club closes at 7.
Hey,
We had practice at 9.
Oh boy.
Right? So on Monday morning. So what I would do is we would catch that like 6-something flight, get in at like, I don't know, 7:30, 8, and then we just drive straight to practice. Straight to practice.
Wow.
Like nothing. So we would do that consistently. And maybe after every game. I ain't going to front. After every game, we just shoot over there. Price was like $50, you know. So we would just, and they gave me a bucket. Oh man, my car was a bucket. Like, I drove like if you can imagine, like the Scooby-Doo van. I'm not lying. Scooby-Doo van, and it was a stick, but the stick was like near the steering wheel. So I'm like, it's smoking.
Oh, that's
and,
hilarious.
You know, we was looking trash, you know, but we had a good time.
Win or lose, y'all took that trip, huh?
Huh?
Win or lose, y'all took that trip.
Oh yeah, we was out. We was
Got
out.
to.
I mean, we didn't care. My man Bernard King and my guy Jeremy. You know, we would just shoot out there. And I don't drink, but my guys drink, man. So they just be they come to practice just tore up, you know. And we did some wild things, man. That's
the flu game.
I want to say it.
Exactly.
You guys be having the flu games on them, huh?
Hey man, I'm talking like if you guys heard this story, that I would, ooh boy,
Uh-oh.
but I know ears is everywhere right now.
Right. So what was the name of the club again?
I'm trying to sleep upstairs tonight.
Yeah, you don't be back on that couch, brother. Don't put yourself on that couch, man. For us, man. What was the name of that club again?
I was in Turkey, and the name of the team was called Celtic.
No, the club. You said Masquerade.
Oh, Masquerade. Oh boy. Oh.
I'm telling you.
Hey,
man.
quick question for you, Bill. Do you got any lemon pepper wings on that menu over there?
I'm telling you.
Hey, Turkey's the only place you need to go. You don't go there with a family. You go there if you single. Single, you gonna live the dream. You go to France, like places like France, anything on like, western side of Europe, France, Spain, stuff like that. You can raise your family. Everyone will be good. Turkey, nah, man. I'm probably hurting a lot of people right now that listening that's gonna play over there and that their girls hearing this, man. Turkey's not the way, man.
I'm telling you. So when I was in college, my dad was in the military, so he's an Adana, right? So when I used to go home for the summer and winter break, I used to always go to Turkey, right, and go to Istanbul and things like that. So I know. My wife's probably
know.
Yeah, my wife's gonna look at me like you agreeing a little too hard. Right? I've been shaking the hell out of my hands.
You got neck whiplash, boy.
Yeah, I know, man.
Hey, you should have saw the smile on Miles' face when you said that shit, boy. Confirmation was done.
If it wasn't for football, I would have stayed in Turkey. My dad was there. I would have just stayed there.
Damn.
My God, I'm the same thing. Like I can live there because it's super Americanized. Like
Exactly.
Going out there, you see Friday, Red Lobster.
Oh, really? I didn't know it was like that.
Oh yeah, they got all that.
Yeah.
Really?
All that. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Turkey like Dubai. Dubai and Turkey is crazy.
Okay, flights to Turkey. I like that. Okay, that's the way to start us off, man. Yeah. So what would you got to follow up?
I mean, I don't have a nightclub story. But, mine's a little bit more on the serious side as far as like shooting your shot. It's kind of what got me in the position that I'm in right now to even be here and be talking about the lab. And it's back when I was in college. 2010, it was here
at UNLV.
At UNLV.
Yep.
I didn't end on the best of circumstances, and I wasn't exactly sure what I was going to do. So I was like applying for jobs and stuff. And I remember my academic advisor had gave me an interview to just to get a job at like Abercrombie & Fitch or something. I was applying at Nike, going to do interviews at Nike, and then I just remember getting ready to go to that interview at Abercrombie & Fitch. Like, bro, come on, you about to be 6'8". You're gonna be
with some skinnies,
with some skinnies on,
come
some
on,
tapers,
you can't
with some tapered legs.
You can't be that guy, man. You can't be that guy at Abercrombie & Fitch, bro. Like, you got too much. You know what I mean? So, I think having gone through that was like, okay, I'm gonna try and hoop now. I'm gonna really lock in.
Yeah.
Like
and I went all the way in on hoop. And from then on, that's when I became a pro. And that's when, through all my experiences, through the places I've been, the different things that I've seen, and people I've met, teammates, came up with, the lab. And Bill is my guy. I've known Bill since we were 10. So
that's dope.
That's what's up.
To be doing it with him is special.
This is love, right? That's dope,
love.
man.
It's love.
So, Matt,
I still would prefer you to be a shirtless model at Abercrombie.
Yeah, I never told anybody that story.
That's what I'm thinking about.
I never do that either.
I'm thinking about the Kanye West song, like where he was at the Gap. He's like, show off the cows drop out.
Yeah.
With the little bead neck.
Yeah, man, I was about to be standing in front of the store telling people to come in. Nah, I couldn't do that. Couldn't go all like that. So
where the extra mediums at?
Right, over there, cuz.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope. So this is for both of y'all. Where do y'all love for sports start? Where did that foundation start? Matt, we'll go with you first.
I mean, honestly, it was in the backyard of my cousin's house in Compton. We just used to play in the backyard all day, every day. Like, especially in the summertime, it was just wake up, go out in the backyard, shoot the ball, go over to the next door neighbor's yard. We hop the fence, go get the ball. We back there fouling each other, pushing each other into the garage.
Yep.
And that then is when I knew, because I tried baseball before, and I knew I was gonna. I mean, it's just the generation that we grew up in. It was a sports oriented generation.
Right.
So, being raised where I was from, it was just that backyard, those backyard phase that we used to have. That is where I got my competitive passion, and that's when I was like, okay. And after that. After being, because they were older than me, and they were bigger than me at that time.
That's a different grow up. That's a different training right there, right?
Yeah. So after going through that, it was easier to be more competitive, and that's when I fell in love with sports right then and there.
Sure. Bill, what about you?
I was forced. I mean,
he's like, I didn't want to do this shit.
Yeah. My mom. I mean, same. Where I'm from. I'm from the wood. And you know, most people from the wood usually don't come out like that, you know. So my mom, we got us out of there, and she forced me to go back to back to L.A. to continue to play. And I didn't want to go. I didn't want to practice. I didn't want to work out. I didn't want to do nothing. I just want to chill, you know. But I mean, growing up, man, I didn't get no playing time and stuff. That's because I just didn't. You know, I wasn't passionate about the game, but I think all the times that I would sit the bench and get made fun of, I feel like it kind of like, you know, flipped the switch in my mind, and I changed that, you know. So, you know, from sitting on the bench to being professional, you know, a lot of people have been put in that situation where, you know, they don't want to do something, but they're actually thankful, you know. So I'm thankful for my mom, because without my mom, I didn't know I'd get a, you know, scholarship. I didn't know I'd be playing pro for 7 years, you know, so it's a blessing.
Now, anyone else play sports in y'all in the household, or uncles or whatever like that?
Well, my dad played back in the day.
Okay.
My dad is he was much older than me, so by the time I was able to play, his legs was all broken down. So
his knees is a little bad.
Yeah, his knees was not a little big bad.
He said
so
big bad.
I couldn't really. But my dad, you know, he went to Oregon, University of Oregon.
Okay.
So I would see a lot of his
film, or just what he did, pictures and stuff like that.
Yeah, so that, I kind of knew, you know, kind of had some big shoes to fill.
Other sports besides basketball, like when you were growing up, or was it all basketball?
All basketball.
Yeah, that's nice. Straight into it.
That's what I guess. That's what y'all do.
I know, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's what they said on the wood. Like,
right.
They said, just hoop.
Just hoop.
Yeah.
And slap girls on the booty and run, right?
Yeah, let's do some of that too. Yeah.
So, did y'all connect? You said, how long have you guys known each other?
I've known Bill since I was 10.
Wow.
Yeah, 10.
Been a minute.
That's what's up.
How did the connection? Where did that start?
Play AAU.
I got forced.
AAU?
Play, yeah.
Okay.
You know, and I was mad because they always got playing time, and I was on the bench. I was a football player. You know, I played football and baseball, so I was a football player that got like recruited to play basketball. So I mean, man, remember, I look like an idiot out there. Headband, elbow pads, knee pads.
Yeah, all the accessories for sure.
I'm like, I was Dennis Rodman.
You was best dressed out there. Best dressed.
38 rebounds, no points, 17 fouls, technicals.
Yeah,
like that.
all that at 10.
At 10. Straight out the East Bay.
Right.
I look like a fool. Like I look like I just when I think about it, it makes me mad. You know, I'm glad my son ain't here to hear this. You know,
because you about to do the same thing, right?
Man, now I'm the same now. Man, I'm just fouling, man. That's it, fouling and rebounding, shooting.
So being that you guys' background with AAU, how did the high school selection process work for you guys? I know it gets competitive at that level. So how did that work for both of y'all?
Bill, you can start it off.
Okay, yeah.
Well, you didn't have a traditional. Yeah, you didn't have a traditional high
academy?
School. Yeah, you went to an academy or something, right?
Well, I went to Peninsula my first 3 years, and then my mom was like, "You need some more competition," so she sent me to Oak Hill. So I had to try out for Oak Hill, like full on tryout, and it was great. Hey, like Casey Rivers, Kevin Durant, Jamon Gordon,
that's
like
names.
Tyler,
yes.
like all these dudes,
Ty Lawson.
and I had to show out. Luckily, I made it. I almost died.
How many fouls did you average?
Casey Rivers. You know, if you guys are familiar with Casey Rivers, he's ACB.
Yeah.
And I was nothing. You know, I'm just coming from like a small school in the South Bay. So he was cooking me, you know, but I held my own, and I was pretty impressive. And he said, okay, you can come here. And then I only was getting like scholarships from the West Coast. So my mom was like, let's go prep. So I went to prep. And I led knapsack in scoring, and then ended up getting offers from the East Coast, and I decided to stay back east because I was like, man, I need to break from California.
So it sounded like mom knew the game pretty early. Was she hooping it too?
Nah, she just wanted me to stay out of trouble.
Got you.
That's what it was, to be
Gotcha.
honest. Just stay out of trouble.
That's big enough motivation, though.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's really big enough motivation.
Matt Fairfax.
Yeah, so
How'd that go?
first I started off, I went to Verbum Day, and
Okay.
that was a decision that my dad, he said I should go because
Yep.
there was supposed to be a coach at that time, David Greenwood, who played for the Bulls, won a championship, and he was going to be the coach there. So my dad wanted me to go there, but he ended up not being the coach. I wanted to go to Westchester. I don't know if you guys are familiar with L.A.
Yeah.
It's Westchester and Fairfax. They're rivals. So I did 2 years at Verbum Day. Then I transferred to Fairfax. And then when I went to Fairfax, it was just a whole nother, because we were traveling like Bill. Some of the names Bill says, you know, we played my senior year, we played KD. We played everybody.
Mhm.
James,
Mhm.
and all those guys you see in the NBA right now, the MVPs. Those
Mhm.
were the guys we were playing
That y'all
against
playing.
Yeah.
in high school. So it was like, it was tough. So
And it's funny probably because their game is probably pretty similar to what
The
it is
same
now.
thing.
Same thing, right?
Same
Game
thing.
don't change.
Oh, yeah.
same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Except Russ.
Okay.
Nah.
He came out of nowhere.
He came out of nowhere, huh?
Are you serious?
Because
Came out of
he
nowhere.
wasn't dunking until freshman year in college.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I don't know what.
Senior, nah, he was explosive. He was quick.
Really?
He
He
was
just
locked down.
turned into
But
an animal.
he's different. He's a different breed, man.
Hey.
Something's in the water.
You know what it is? Miles believes that we got that extra calf muscle.
I mean, that's what they say. That's what they.
So they say they got that extra calf muscle. Maybe
His just grew in.
He's
like,
grew in.
reattached later.
I need that. I need that Space Jam juice.
Space Jam juice. That's a good one. So talk about the recruiting process, right? So you guys took us up to high school. Different situations in high school. What was the recruiting process for you guys?
I mean, I was fortunate, man. I got to be honest. I took some visits I went to University of Miami. I took a visit to Michigan. Took a visit to Temple, USC. And, the recruitment process is like, they treat you like a king.
Yeah.
Like, they have budgets for these things. Like, they have a certain amount of money you can get for meals. You got the head coach that you see on TV coming to your house.
Yes.
You're going out there. They're showing you the players just trying to
Take you around. Introduce you to people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We'll just say people.
Right.
Yeah. So I mean, it was great. I loved it. But
What was the best recruiting visit that you had?
it had to be
I know my.
had to be University of Miami. Easy.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh
Easy.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Did you go during season?
No, it was the spring. It was spring. Easy. University of Miami. I was like, I'm coming here.
Right. Done deal.
I'm coming. But they measured me and they said I wasn't. I was like a couple inches or so off
of what they
you know how you do when you're in AAU, you boost up your little height a little
Yeah.
bit. So I probably put myself at like 6'9",
Uh-huh.
6'9 and a half. And then they went and they measured me. They was like, I don't know, man. You're not so tall. Because if it wasn't for that, I was gonna commit. I'm not even gonna lie.
Right there on spot.
Right
Yeah,
there.
right there. I was ready.
Ready? Shit, yeah.
I was ready.
That's what's up. So you ended up committing to Temple.
Committed to Temple.
Mm-hmm. So what happened with that process?
John Chaney retired.
Oh, that's right. I did read that. So okay.
John Chaney retired.
And did the whole staff dismantle? And did you
Yeah.
know who was coming in?
They all left.
Oh,
The
got
whole
you.
staff left, and they had a new coach, and I didn't know anything about him.
And didn't
And
vibe.
I fell in love
just...
I fell in love with the coaching staff. They came and saw me multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
So that was really disappointing for me. And
Got
I
you.
was kind of lost after that.
Got you. But what about you, man? Talk about your recruiting process.
Oh man. When I went to Worcester, I took a visit to Providence, Colorado State, St. Joe's, and I did when I was in high school. I did a couple, Pepperdine and all that. Like I verbally committed to Pepperdine when I was younger, and I was like, I'm trying to go to SC.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
But I just it was cool. I had fun, just like Matt. Like it was crazy. Different times, everyone was different. Certain schools was fun. Certain coaches was cool. Some of them were weak. I was like, man, this is how am I going to play for you? You can't even conversation with me. You know what I mean? It's just So Duquesne, it was funny. Duquesne, I played in this Charlie Weber in Jersey.
Okay.
I played in that. So I was like, man, let me give it another try just to see how many schools I can get. So I did AAU. Won the Charlie Weber, and then the first quarter, I made 7 threes in the first quarter.
He's on fire.
Then the dude, I'm not even lying to you. He came to me at halftime. He's like, hey, we're ready to offer you right now. And I was like, man, I'm never going to go to this school, man.
And what school was this that came with it?
It's Duquesne.
Duquesne came with it. Okay.
Yeah, Duquesne. So I was like, nah, I'm never going to go there. I'm better than this. I want to go bigger.
Right.
So that was my mindset. I was like, I don't want to go mid-major. But then I talked to a close friend of mine, Norm Nixon, the dad, and he went to Duquesne. And he's like, man, it's a great school. You need to go there. And I said, all right, say no more. I took a visit there. It was great, man. They treated me like a king. My coach, he was crazy, Coach Everhart. But I think he molded me a lot to what I am today. So I'm thankful for going there. It's we was on the, we played big time schools, and some of them we beat, some of them we got killed. But the experience alone was fun. And I mean, it allowed me to continue after college. So that's all that matters.
So you got excited. What was your best recruiting trip?
My best recruiting trip, St. Joe's, man. St. Joe's. Like the coaches,
Uh-huh.
I mean, I don't, everyone knows I'm blunt. They were terrible. Terrible. You know, they just did. I'm over there. I remember we was eating at Ruby's, and I'm over there I'm sitting. It's already been 30 minutes, not a word. I'm like, so how do you like your job? I mean, I'm like, are you gonna talk? You know, but the dudes on the team was cool. I mean, we went out. I ate Philly cheesesteaks for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and that was a good time, man. I had a good time because they showed love. They didn't care. I mean, Duquesne was the same too. You know, they treated me like a god, and I don't know, something about Pennsylvania. They just treated me differently. So I just thought that it was the move, you know. So I enjoyed it, you know.
Nice.
So walking on the campus, getting on the campus, what was that first feeling like being a college athlete? You guys are committed. You on campus now. Going into the first practice, first workouts, what was that feeling like for both of y'all?
Well, for me, I was so arrogant and cocky and big-headed because I was like, I come from Fairfax. I done played against this, that.
Yeah.
It was like, there's nothing anybody can show
Right.
me.
Ain't nothing new under the sun right now.
So, I mean, I was going to class and practice. I had to say the hardest adjustment was the weight room.
Mm-hmm.
Those college weights are different.
Why don't they like to look, man?
I'm telling you.
Those college weights.
He said they were different weights.
They are different. I was so sore. That's what I had to adjust to. Like the first 3 weeks was just I can barely walk. I can barely do anything.
Strength conditioning coaches yelling for no damn reason
on you.
all the time.
Do every rep, watching you count.
Getting a hole,
Yep.
90 degrees.
Yeah. For me, that was the biggest adjustment.
That's too funny. What about you, Bill, man?
I mean, when I got on campus, man, I thought I was the man. I tried to come in cute, have my hair done. You know, back in the day, I had the big earrings, pink. You know, I was like, all right. That first practice, boy.
Yeah,
Man, that's it. Like Matt said, man, it's different. You know, you don't walk for a couple days. You know, it's just different. You know, you think you're going in there and you about to just destroy everybody, and even the people that don't have a big name, the things they do to you, it's. You know, they make you look like you little, like you nothing. You know,
like you small, right?
Yeah, you know, and they already like they're experienced. So you know, even like running suicides or running, they're just cooking you. You know, you used to beating everybody at your school, but they just cooking you, and you tired as a dog. You contemplate, like you call your mom and like you get choked up, you know, because you're just like, I don't know if this for me. You know?
Yeah.
So,
Y'all bringing back memories, man.
Just get choked up.
It's funny how much that happens, you know. And then you guys stayed in college for your time there, and you know, kids now are coming out, going early, and there's I guess, opinions about the NCAA.
Some people just skipping it.
Some people just skipping it, go G League and things like that. So this is for both of y'all. I always talk to EJ like there's a reason for the NCAA. Like I think it's a good model for the majority of those athletes. So. I guess the process for you, in your game and your development of being a man, how was that process in college like for y'all?
Well, I think like for me, being in college, it teaches you how to interact with like everyone in the world, like because you come across all different kind of people. You come across professors, you got to learn how to interact with professors. You got to interact with the RAs at the dorm. You got to interact with students, and you know, for me, I just treated everyone with respect, and I didn't try to big time anyone or anything. I just tried to just. You know, I wanted to be like, I was an athlete, obviously, but I wanted to just be a regular student.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wanted to hang out with the students. I didn't want to always hang out with athletes. I wanted to hang out with, you know, some of my friends.
Get the full experience.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what you're there for.
Exactly. That's what I wanted. I wanted the full college experience. Because up until that point, everything was, I was eat, sleep, breathe, basketball. Nothing else.
Yep.
So both of you guys so life is about adversity, right? And both of you guys, which is an interesting parallel, like when, you know, we're looking up stuff, both of you guys had issues during your college days. Who wants to start? You laughed, so Bill, you up first. So
man,
what happened, man? You just wilding out, man? Like, cause yours was like real vague. Like yours is like, he's going to sit out for personal conduct issues. What popped off, man?
Everybody knows I'm a hothead. I don't know. It's just something about male authority. You know, it's just something about it. I can't take it. I mean, Matt would tell you, like, I'm the dude that, you know, I just always wanted to fight. You say, we're going to fight, you know, and we're going to see what you about.
Yeah.
Well, my coach, he's just
it.
like me. You
Okay.
know, my coach, he's stubborn. He's hot-headed. And he a boxer, too, so he want to fight, you know. So I'm like, man, what's up, you know? Like, you know. And my attitude, you know, just talking back, he kicked me off the team, like, flat out. And he's like, I ain't going to tell nobody. I said, okay. Man, when I looked at yesterday, the next day, it was all over ESPN. You know?
It was everywhere.
Definitely. I'm like, dang, he said he wouldn't say nothing. So I said, you know what? Since I already graduated, I was like, man, I'm transferring. I'm out of here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm gonna go to the West Coast. You know, so since I graduated in 3 years, and I started working on my master's, so I was like, man, I'm about to get out of here.
He did you like Ezel, man. I ain't gonna tell nobody else.
That's and literally, I'm telling you, man. He's like, man, you know, he's gonna stay within the school. And the next day,
everywhere.
ESPN. My mom called me.
Ooh, you knew you was in trouble then. You knew you was in trouble there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So, that's what happened. But you know, it's all good. You know, it's a learning experience.
And so, what'd you learn from it, man?
I learned to keep my mouth shut. You know, I feel like that's the hardest thing growing up. You know, like I could just think when he mentioned David Greenwood, it was funny because I remember later on in life after I left playing with Matt, you know, AAU, I tried out for David Greenwood's team later on. And I remember he kicked me off the team too because we were doing a drill. And I remember I said, man, this sucks. And he said, you can leave. And then, so I know that my mouth has always just put me in situations where, you know, not the best situation. So I feel like I learned a lot from that, you know, especially from college. And, you know, I'm raising a little man right now. So I just want to make sure that, you know, I lead by example. And I don't want him to be in the same situation that I put myself in. It's not worth it.
And that's part of the process, right? I mean, because we get there, you start living on your own, and you start, you know, your nuts drop a little bit. You know, you got that freedom. You know, then you get grown on them.
Nobody tell you nothing.
And nobody tell you nothing. Then you figure out there's consequences to it, man. Yeah. So what about you, man?
Well, obviously mine was a little more serious, you know, because like you said, when you get that freedom, then you got a lot of freedom to make good and bad decisions.
Right.
So I made a bad decision, you know, leading up into the tournament. I smoked weed. So it's all out there, you know. And that's the cold part about being a college athlete is that if you do something wrong, your business is going to be out there.
Oh, it's out there.
Right. So I was on the ticker, the whole world scene, and then it was, but, you know, that's when I learned you have to make good decisions, you know. And it goes back to the shoot your shot, you know, because at that point in time, I went from, that was my senior year that I gave up. Yeah. I didn't have my senior year in college.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, I did not have my senior year. So for me doing interviews, because I was just like, I need to get money. And that's why I said about the shoot your shot. Like that moment right there, I think it humbled me a lot. It could really humble me because up until that point, I thought I was invincible. No matter what. I tore my ACL, I still came back and I played. And then that happened. And then I was like, okay, you need to get focused. And I think that really helped me focus. It was a bad way to have to learn how to focus, but that really gave me focus and kept me on track. Yeah.
You're going to learn today, then.
Yeah, I learned. I definitely learned.
So, Miles, you got him with the quick hits, man?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. So these are kind of like just quick questions. Okay. Just a board outlet pass, just real quick. All right. So, both of y'all, first time y'all was starstruck.
Oh, I saw LeBron.
Where at?
I did a commercial with him.
Okay.
Yeah, out here.
Okay.
I did a commercial, and he pulled up. I was like, damn, that's LeBron.
That's
right
King.
there.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's King James.
I was like, that's LeBron. And then
it's the King.
And I had to go up and fake like I was blocking him.
Ooh.
And I was like, please.
He got in the game mode.
Do not roll it. Do not roll it.
Right. You don't want to roll up on him?
No, I don't want him land on my foot. I didn't want to hit him. I don't want to foul him or nothing. I think that was probably one of the only times.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bill, what about you?
Shaq.
Oh, okay.
Easel.
I was with the Best of the West. It was the best tournament back in the day. Everyone know Best of the West. And I saw him, and I was like, he was just the largest man I've ever seen in my life, you know. And he's a good dude. He's a funny dude, and I thought seeing him was pretty cool. I didn't say nothing to him, you know what I mean? Usually I'll say something to anybody. I kept my space, you know. I saw him from a distance. I kept looking at him, but you know, that was it. Yeah, I'll say him for sure.
First time, or let's give a shout out to somebody that back in the day that maybe people don't know, that was like the real deal.
It was nice.
Yeah.
It was nice with it.
And go all the way from AAU to the time that you guys played in college and even in the pros. Somebody that we might not know, but was like the business.
Well, I'm giving it to my guy Mike Begotten. I don't know if you know who Mike Begotten is. He was the little kid from How Stella Got a Groove Back.
Oh, okay.
But when I was at Verbum Day, he was my teammate.
Okay.
He was the coldest guard I had ever seen.
What?
Yeah.
The coldest. I'm seriously the coldest. But I don't. At the high school, he just didn't want to play.
He didn't want to play.
He didn't want to play.
Dang.
He didn't want to play.
He was nice.
Got all that talent.
I had a white boy named Davis.
Okay.
Back in the day, ain't nobody gonna know. He's a little Jewish dude, but he was the best player I've ever seen that had no name. You know, even when we went to Vegas and we was getting cooked, we played like I think we were in like the 1500, 1600, and we played in like 1800. It was bad. We losing by 90, but he would have like 40 every game, and he was nice. And you would look at him, you wouldn't think nothing of him. He's skinny, but he was nice, like super nice. I think he could have went bit tied, but his dad had a business, so he just followed the business route. He made money. So.
Got you. And then somebody that we may know, but somebody that when you saw him, you was like, or a team. We can go to a team or or somebody just like a team that when you saw him was like, oh yeah, I'm about to get about 25, 10. I'm going to work. I'm going to make sure they get here. Who's that for y'all?
Bill, you can start that one. I got to think on that one.
What you got, Bill?
I think. Well, I mean, I know the team I thought was gonna do the work, and that was the complete opposite. But the team that I definitely did the work was actually Temple when they were like number 7. I went in there, I was like, "We about to be on TV. I need to get these buckets."
About to show off today.
Hey man, that's what it was. I think the beginning, like the first minute, it was like 20-2, and I was just putting in work. So it was nice, you know, because like when you hear the playback, you can hear like the commentators on ESPN were talking about like me, you know, and that was big. So. I think I averaged I had like 23 that game, so it was nice to win. And I remember I just took off my shirt, like I was acting like a fool.
You know that J.R. Smith in it, huh?
Yeah, I was on the seats, so acting like a fool, you know. But that was the best moment for sure.
That's dope.
Yeah, for me, it would probably be BYU.
Okay.
I always got up for those games, especially when they came here.
Okay.
You know, they a grown man.
That's true.
43 years
old. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah,
they
full grown man.
They grown men.
For sure.
He said they drive themselves to the game.
Yeah, all that.
I mean, they already got 401ks and shit.
Everything. Families married, all that.
They making major life decisions.
Yeah, so
you know what I'm saying?
You noon ball.
You're right.
Hey, get up in this noon ball. Come here.
Straight rec league right there, boy.
So for the guys that y'all play with, give y'all starting 5. All the guys that you play with, give me a starting 5 of those.
Ooh. Entire career?
Entire career.
Probably Jordan Farmar,
Nice.
Amir Johnson.
Nice.
That's 1, 2. Putting Mike Begotten up there. I told you earlier. That's 3. I'm putting me in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And my guy Josh Shipp.
Josh Shipp,
Yeah.
UCLA.
Yeah.
I liked
My
him,
guy Josh,
boy.
he was cold, bro.
He was cold. I liked him.
He was cold.
For myself, I got Ty Lawson for sure. I mean, Ty Lawson in high school he was unstoppable for sure. Like, he was unstoppable. Mike Beasley, easily.
Bees.
Yeah, Mike Beasley for sure.
Oh.
My man's Calvin Haynes. Calvin he went to Taft, played with Farmar. He was like the other dude that was like cooking, but nobody knew about because Farmar went to the league, so everyone knew. I mean, I guess I'll put myself in there. You know, I'm a pass and root for you. And let's see. I mean, the best player I might as well throw him there. What's his name? Mike Mayo.
Mike, yeah, I'm not hip.
No, what's his name?
You hip?
Mike Mayo?
That went to
OJ.
SC. No, that went to SC.
OJ.
OJ.
Mayo.
Yeah.
OJ Mayo.
Okay.
Mayo.
Yeah.
I was saying, when did OJ get a cousin? I didn't.
Mike Mayo, he LA dude,
He
but
is
not
LA dude.
him. OJ Mayo was the best player I played against in high school. He was a man amongst boys for sure.
Now, there's rumors about him really being a man amongst the boys. Was he a little older than everybody, or? Is that just a rumor?
He got reclassified a couple times.
Yeah.
Reclassified? What? Different birth certificate, man. We gotta get that check.
That's like that's the nice way. That's the proper way of saying getting held back.
Reclassified.
Yeah, you got reclassified.
Okay, that's a new one.
Yeah.
He's nice, man. He's super nice.
See, he's still out from. He's not even in the league no more. He got that suspension thing going on.
I think he's good though. I think he was suspended 2-3 years.
Yeah.
Well, he's playing China, so he's still getting the bag. But I think he's able to get back. Somebody's gonna pick him up. You know what I mean? Same thing with J.R. Smith. They can score. They got game.
That's true.
All right, so moving kind of into your playing days, right? So we always like to take a people on a journey. So we talked about the different places you played.
Right.
What was the worst experience you guys had playing overseas?
Oh my
He said, "Look," Matt gave me that look.
Bro, I'm telling you, overseas it's a lot of that.
It's a lot
because there's a lot of teams in these little villages. You know what I mean? So like for me, my probably most difficult was when I played in Hungary, and I was in a small town called Korman, and it was like maybe 1,000 people in the city, and it's on the border of Austria. It's on the border of Austria, Hungary and Austria, like right by each other. And then it was just so hard for me because nobody spoke English. A lot of stuff was closed. It was so small.
What was the food game?
I mean, I got sick. I got sick a few times.
That's never good,
man.
brother.
Got sick, man. It was tough.
What you got for us?
Oh man, Ukraine. Oh boy, man. They had the audacity to put me on a 19-hour train ride with dogs.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Dogs.
What?
So like,
Ukraine.
I can't make this up, man. It was 19-hour train ride. Then we had a 3-hour bus ride. So in Ukraine, they allow you to put your dog, like your farm, like any animal on the train. So like they give you these bunk beds in like these little carousel things, but it had dogs in it. I said, I ain't sleeping in there. I sat outside for 19 hours. I literally sat in a chair for 19 hours. I just kept walking around, and I mean, it was tough. It's tough. And also during the time is during the war, when they had the war with Russia.
All
so
right.
my season was canceled for 3 weeks. So I stayed out there for 3 weeks. And I had just the traveling situation. Man, they still owe me money. I can go on and on and on, Ukraine, man. They on my shit list, man, for sure.
But that's a real thing, right? Like not getting paid on time.
Oh my God.
Oh, all the time, man. All the time.
It's rare that they pay
you on time.
Really?
Yeah.
It happens, but if they can find a way to cut a corner, they're gonna cut.
They're gonna cut it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They'll find a way.
So I obviously I'm sure the style of play differs from country to country, but kind of describe a place that it was like, this is a different style of play that I'm used to, kind of.
For me, it was Italy.
Okay.
Because in Italy, you can't. It's no spin move. There's
move.
no
It's
spin
an
move.
illegal. It's a
travel.
Wow.
And overseas in general, it's like the way we move here, you can't move like that over there.
Okay.
Because if they allowed it, we would just go over there and just
roll them
dominate.
up. Yeah.
they talked about that
I've heard
because
that,
you guys
yeah.
would dominate.
Yeah, we would dominate.
And so they do some things to kind of
So
restrict you a
everything is a
little
travel.
bit. Oh.
And I was a spin move guy.
That was the.
that was
Oh my God! So for me not to be able to do a spin move,
they
it was
just
like,
handcuffed you.
Yeah.
They just took
man.
some out
they-
your bag.
Oh, they took a lot. They took a lot. I had to adjust, and that's what overseas is. All adjustments. You gotta learn, because if you don't, you're out of there.
You out.
Yeah.
You're out of there.
Yeah, mine was Middle East.
Okay.
Playing in the Middle East is different, especially playing in like Saudi Arabia, because they don't let women allowed in the game.
Mm.
So just all men, and it's different. If you're American, they'll let you tackle. You can tackle us. They don't care. They'll be like, oh, jump on or travel. It's completely different. But they expect you to like average like 50 points and like 40 rebounds and like dunk and like behind the back passes, even if they mess up. So I think that was the craziest style. But I mean, you can actually have fun. You feel like you Kobe and Jordan out there.
So you touched on it. I want to describe y'all game. And what's y'all game? Who's somebody that y'all pattern y'all game after? Describe it.
I'm like Sean Marion without a shot. I shoot better. I'm like.
I hope you don't got that. I saw your jumper look a little cleaner than Sean Marion.
Yeah, I'm a utility guy. Like my MVP season in France, I average like 15, 7, and 5. So I'm the kind of dude that gets one involved. I get a couple triple doubles, couple double doubles, but I'm just more like a pass first. I'll score when we need to. So I mean, that's what I would say. I'm more like Matt Barnes kind of like that can score because I'm the kind of dude I'll punk you, you know, I'll get in your face, but you know, I'll give you buckets, I'll back it up type deal.
Hold on, you talk trash, huh?
Oh yeah.
All the time.
He said,
Oh yeah.
It don't matter.
you got a co-sign
It,
before
it,
you
it
even.
don't have to be a sport.
Oh
It don't
yeah.
have to be a sport.
Anything.
It could be anything. Grocery store. I'm at the grocery store. I'm gonna talk trash. You know?
in the checkout line. Talking smack.
I'll make sure you use this coupon. You know?
Nigga, that's 33 cents off, fool. Double coupon day. Run my shit.
Yeah.
That's too funny. So about you, game.
I would probably have to say like LaMarcus Aldridge, like a skilled, a face-up big, hit the jumper, hit some threes.
Now you overseas, they put you at center.
Yeah, in the very beginning.
In the very beginning,
I was
okay,
the
center.
And then I transitioned into a stretch four because that's where I was gonna make my most money.
Right.
As a stretch four, because there's some big dudes out there.
Oh, okay.
So for me to be down there, like you come across some footers, and it's tough. It's tough. If you ain't 7 feet, like playing center, it gets tough down there.
Andrew D'Antoni ball out there.
Yeah.
And especially the way you said they fouling down there, boy.
Yeah,
it's all like,
yeah.
hey, we should post that video you sent me, Miles, of the rec league dude.
Oh, my God.
I'm pretty sure people saw that, but they be fouling heavy down there, huh?
Fouling,
well,
man.
hold on. Is it not? Let me take it back. Is it Americans get fouled heavier, and then you guys on the reverse? If you foul them, it's more ticky tack gets called, or how is it just balanced? Jungle ball out there.
It's sometimes it is just the Americans. You can't really do much.
Dang.
You gotta be on your best behavior. And South America is that's where you gotta be a man to go down there. They tell you don't go down there until you're like at least 28, 29.
No blood, no foul.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's different down there.
I mean, they expect you to score, when you get DDT. Like how you score when you get to rock bottom. They literally rock bottom you, and you be like, and one, and then they'll tech you, right? And then you can't win. Like literally in certain countries, you ain't gonna win. They'll foul you out in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's tough.
So y'all was having flashbacks watching Last Dance, then seeing Jordan getting body slammed by Dennis Rodman and stuff.
Man.
Yeah, that's tough, man.
Yes,
that's a different level of basketball. Rewatching that was completely different than watching what's going on today. That's a fact.
Right.
That is true.
So, what was the determination of, when to stop, when to keep going? Like, when do you guys make that determination? You know what I mean? Or is it still, man, if I get the right call, like, how does that work? Or where are you guys at with that? I'm gonna ask, where are you guys at with that decision?
I think it's always, as an athlete, you're always gonna feel like no matter what, if you can do it.
I'm telling you.
You always, no matter what,
Always.
no matter what. But I think, as far as me, it's just I've had a few injuries. My body's been through a lot. Like I think about my whole career, and I've been playing competitive basketball since I was 8, and I'm 32. So it's like 24 years of just nonstop pounding. I had 2 knee surgeries, and it was just, I think for me, it was that. And like, as you get older, sometimes it gets more difficult to deal with some of the situations they put you in overseas.
Mentally or physically,
Well,
or both?
I got just a quick little story.
No, hit it.
Yeah, like when my last situation, right? So I went to Argentina to play.
Mm-hmm.
I took a long flight. They flew me to, I flew through Miami. My bags got left in Miami because they booked the flight so close together that I had to sprint from one flight to the other just
But
to
your
make
bags didn't make
it.
it.
My bag didn't make it, all right? And then I get there to Argentina, so it's like 18-hour, 19-hour flight. And then I get there, my bag isn't there, right? And then they have somebody waiting for me, but they don't tell me, oh, yeah, we got a game up north, and it's a 7-hour ride.
Hold on.
I took that long flight. Then they get in the car and say, oh, you got another 7-hour flight. Then I get there, and they're like, yeah, we play, you got practice tonight. I'm like, I practice? I don't have anything. I have no underwear, no shoes, no nothing. And they're like, well, you not playing. That's not really an option. So, wow. So I'm like, come on, man. Like, who in they right? I practiced and played in the shoes that I wore on the plane. And they expect you to go out there and still dominate.
Some Vans on.
Right.
In a situation like that. And then it's just like that on top of everything. You just.
And then they're mad at you like it's your fault.
Yeah, it's my fault that my bag got left there. So situations like that.
When you put me on a janky flight.
Yeah.
The day of. Like.
Day of. Didn't tell me that it was going to be a game or I was going to go up there. Or
so you didn't know till you touched down.
I got to the airport and the car was waiting for me. And I just got in the car. I'm like, where am I going? And they said, oh, yeah, we're going up north. You got a game.
And it's game day.
Yeah.
don't know how you gonna play the pick and roll. None of that. Don't know how you,
I ain't get no playbook before.
Nothing. Yeah.
wow,
Tape up your flip flops.
Stuff like that, you know.
that's crazy.
No, that's a lot, man.
Stuff like that, you know. And then when it happens so often, and then on top of that, they're trying to cut your money, you know, it just gets frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're like, is it really worth it to leave the house? Is it worth it to go all the way out there? Or, you know, I played 9 years. I'm happy with what I did. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I was chasing money. And I feel like once you start chasing money, your heart's not really in it. So I was trying to find a place or a job back in, like, home that can compensate the amount of money that I was making out there. So I just fell out of love with it. I mean, I still love the game, but I fell out of love of traveling and dealing with long trips and my money not getting paid to the point where I'm just like, well, I need to find something here. And I'm cool with joining men's leagues. You know, I'll join like 10 of them, you know, just to continue to play. But I mean, once you start chasing money, you know that you're not really in it for basketball. You know, you can have more fun, you know, playing ball with your friends than trying to, you know, wait for that phone call, that email, and like, oh yeah, I'm about to go over. Oh, but you only going over for $1,000, and then you get discouraged, and then you wait more months. It's a process. I don't miss that. I don't miss that waiting period. You know, it's not something that nobody enjoys that. You know, with anything, but for people that play ball or, you know, football or baseball, whatever, that call, when you wait for that call, man, and you don't get that call, and you know they already started, you get discouraged.
It's crushing.
And you go over there, sometimes you go over there and you're terrible, you know, even though you put all the work in. So I don't miss that. You know, I put too much work in to continue to wait. And those days those months, sometimes that I'm waiting, I'm not making money.
Right.
So,
and it's putting you in a mental situation where you just like, especially you want to tell somebody about themselves.
yeah. I'm not gonna tell anybody if I'm at home. You know?
Right. So with that being said, right, they're becoming, you know, money opportunities that you guys can have that are here in the States. You know, I mean, like, you know, there is a concern with wear and tear for this travel, right? Like they're talking about the NBA bubble season, like how this is helping a lot of people. Like, you know, Harden and them could go on a run because they're not traveling every night, right? They're not tired because, you know, sometimes he peters out during the playoffs. So if there are opportunities here, if they're presented, do you kind of look at them and evaluate if it's something you would do? Because like, what's it, the TBT that they do? TBT, the Big Three, and then there was just a new one.
Like Big Five.
The Big Five that was just here at the Orleans. I mean, it's mixed. It's a Big Three, but it's men and women. Right. Are you open to those opportunities? Like if they come around and the bag's right and just, you know, assessing, or you just not?
It would just be strictly for fun.
For fun.
I like
the enjoyment, what it
the
originally,
love of the game. I want to play for fun now.
Gotcha.
I don't want to play. I don't want to have to because it's like Bill was saying, like that waiting period and the preparation and am I gonna go here? Am I going there? Like mentally, it's tough.
Right.
So I want to just have fun with basketball. So if I do anything that's involved with basketball, it's just gonna be strictly for fun, just for the love of the game.
Same for you, Bill?
Yeah, man. Sometimes I don't touch a ball for like a month.
Oh, word.
You know, and sometimes I don't want to work out. You know, I'd rather eat Popeyes and relax. You know, so,
facts.
I'd rather watch somebody else, you know, work hard on TV like, you know, I was doing earlier watching these games, you know. But no, I'm the same. You know, I would just do it for fun. I'm not gonna put the stress and the wear and tear on my body. My back hurts. As soon as I turn 30, my back hurts.
Back, knees.
Something happened.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I go up the stairs, you know, I'm crunching and cracking. I said, nah, this ain't
Yeah, it's a fact, though.
Oh, man. All right, so, man, this is exciting. You know, Bill, I appreciate you really reaching out to us and just, you know, this is what the show is about. So we're going to get into the winner's circle, what we like to call the platform, right? We're giving people a voice to the people, and you guys have a very amazing, interesting kind of thing which touches on the psychology of athletes and what they do next, man. So I'm excited to dig into this. So you guys have a company called the L.A.B, and you know I kind of preface that in the beginning. The L.A.B 24/7. So the L.A.B acronym is Life After Basketball. Yeah. Man, where did that start, and how did you guys come up with this? And
well, like Bill was already into this. He was into the the insurance game, just so to speak, from the beginning. And like I told you about the situation where I left, right? So he was saying, hey, you need to come do this. This is something you need to do. So as I'm preparing to do that, I just kind of had, we kind of had an idea, like, coming from where we come from, have been played overseas. Like, what are the overseas guys lacking? And then we thought like, man, we could help them, start to think more than just spending so much time just only preparing for the season, but you need to prepare because one day you're not gonna be able to play. You're not gonna always be able to play.
All right.
And there aren't many people who reach out to athletes or reach out to even people in our community. In the black community,
Facts.
nobody really knows about retirement and life insurance and things that how you can use life insurance to fund your retirement.
Mm-hmm.
So we thought that was something that was missing, and that's something that we could bring, towards to the people, to our people, and to athletes, especially athletes overseas.
That's dope. Anything you want to add to that, Bill?
Yeah, man, I'll piggyback off that. We're just basically here to just honestly help athletes from going broke.
Yeah.
And in particular, black athletes. Because most of us come from no money. So once we get money, we want to show. We want to be flashy. We want to buy certain things. But we're not putting ourselves in a position to create generational wealth, so that our kids can be taken care of, or if you're making all this money, but your mom's still living in the same house, that doesn't make no sense to me, Right. So I got in the game just so I can help the black community and help athletes. Matt created this platform and I just wanted to jump right in because I thought it was something special, and I think that if we're able to, contribute this knowledge of information with the financial world into the community, I feel like it's going to change, so no more car washes, no more GoFundMes, it's just helping them find ways to better pivot their money so that they're taken care of for their living and afterlife.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Now you guys have one other partner that's, I guess, part of the foundation of the core of this.
Mm-hmm.
So what's kind of his role? Just give him a shout out and how did he join?
That's Sherman Gay.
Mm-hmm.
Another dude that I grew up with for a long time. We actually got two dudes, Sherman Gay and we got John Rodriguez. Sherman is another ex-pro. I don't know if he's in or out. He's got one foot in, 1 foot out the door. We play for I say he's old man. I say he's 82. But he's in his late 30s. He was just out there in Vegas for his birthday, actually. And just another dude that's trying to change the game and try to help influence and help dudes just be coachable and understand the value of a dollar. I think that's just something big, something that we just take for granted, Yeah,
bring more awareness because he played overseas for a while too.
Yeah,
so,
got you.
Yeah,
So talk to me about this. So the thing about being, for you guys' sake, a professional athlete, man, you putting eggs into a basket. I mean, you're literally a professional, and so when a lot of other people go to college, when they go to college, their profession is, maybe they come out as a nurse, and
Right.
they're just going to be a nurse from the time that they're 25 to whenever, right?
Right.
For you guys, it's almost like finding a whole nother passion,
Right.
whole nother lane, like turning pro again, like starting that process again. So.
Yeah.
How did you guys come up with this passion, or how did you guys know that this was going to be a passion for you guys to kind of help others?
Well, it's just, I think it comes from us having played overseas, and we know what overseas guys need, and we know what would help them. We always want to be involved with basketball or sports in general. So if we can, use this as a way to still be involved with sports and helps people at the same time.
It's big, man.
It's love. It makes you passionate right there, just off that, just by being involved with sports and helping people, and it's a win-win for everyone.
So the great thing about business and how a lot of businesses succeed and then ultimately grow is finding that niche or niche or whatever people, how you ever pronounce it. I'll make up a word on y'all. Miles knows I make up words.
Scrabble.
But so is that the niche, overseas players? Because that is a unique kind of situation. Like, how do I save my money? How do I bring my money back overseas?
Right.
How do I compensate? Or if I'm expected to make a certain amount of money, how do I? Because like if you have a regular steady job, you tell yourself, oh, I'm gonna put 5% or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys experiencing that feel like this was a really definite need?
I mean, it's completely different, overseas money as compared to the NBA money.
Okay.
There's some dudes I know that went over there for free, and then there's some dudes I know that make like $500,000 a month.
Mm-hmm.
Those dudes overseas that are making like 70, 80, 100, they're not going to get approached by certain companies because they expect a certain amount of money for them to even deal with you.
Mm-hmm.
We're in a company that will take people from all shapes and sizes, and I mean that as their bank account, so I feel like this is our niche is to help those overseas dudes, that need, and not just dudes, but women as well, because that's our goal, but like
And that's
I say,
a big market, the women.
Yeah.
The women are
people
huge.
don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey man, women overseas make bank.
That's where they make their bank.
Right.
Oh yeah.
The WNBA is just for show.
Yeah, it's like a summer league.
Yeah,
or something.
for sure.
It's for show to like get some brand awareness to come home to the crib.
Yeah.
Right.
So that makes sense. So, how do you structure it? Like, what's the goal? Because I see you talk a lot about financial literacy.
Yeah.
Is that the core to educate, or are you guys putting principles and things around it to make them be successful?
I think it's a combination of both. The first part would be just bringing the awareness to it, because keep in mind when you have a job here, if you're lucky enough, you have a company that might give you a 401k or set something up for you. But
Right.
when you go overseas, you're on your own. The money
Yeah.
you make, if you save it, it's on you, and you don't have any vessel to put it to where it can accumulate.
Do anything, work for you.
Yeah, exactly. So I think the education part, is a big part of it, and just bringing awareness and helping people to understand that this will help fund you for when you make that transition into your life after basketball, because you're not going to always be playing, but you're always going to be living. You know what I mean? You're always going to have to work. You're always going to have to make money, but this can actually help you transition, or it can help fund your part of your retirement.
And Miles does a great job of when he brings out that question. Is like, it's so true. Like, you play a sport and then you're coming out at 25, and it's like, you got a whole life to
What you
live.
doing now?
What are you going to do
What are you
now?
gonna do? What are you gonna
Yeah.
do?
Yeah.
And I
That
mean,
transition, no joke.
yeah, and y'all talked about like the generational part, and we can go on to the history of how this country was kind of founded on, and how it's a lot of times generational wealth starts with y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's where the money starts in the family, right? So, I mean, I know sometimes that's got to be a lot of pressure. I know a parts of it. What you guys do is hit into the mentals of those athletes and those that are just finishing. So, how's that process been? Working with the guys that you work with about just the mentality, or getting into their mental space.
Bill?
For me, it's about changing their mindset. When people think life insurance, they think like death. Like, oh, that's when I die. But the people don't realize that there's a bunch of different avenues with life insurance that can help them while they're living. So my thing was with the athletes that I've been helping is more just changing their mindset, changing them. And there's nothing wrong with like real estate and stocks and bonds and all that other stuff, but it's just changing their mindset and how they can be able to provide for their family, not just now but for the eternity, and just making them make smarter decisions. And it ain't easy. It's literally not easy. It's not easy to change their mindset, because think about it. You get a group of guys who made no money growing up. In college, we struggle. Some dudes get paid a little bit of change, and then you get this bulk of money, and you come home. And if you live in like L.A. or Florida or New York or Vegas, you want to spend that money.
Yeah.
You just want to spend it. Like, why keep it? But I'm saying if you learn how to save half of what you spend, oh man, in the long run, it's going to, because a lot of these athletes are now seeing that other athletes like LeBron James, Shaquille O'Neal, Magic Johnson, they're doing investments. They're doing businesses. They're opening their own businesses. But why are they doing that? Because they're saving money. And it's not because they have all this money, but even if they had, like, I saw this little, thing with Shaq, his interview, how he talked about how wealthy people will have $100, they'll save 50, spend 25, and invest 25. So it's like you can do the same thing, saving $100, and it can help you. And people need to understand that, and that's our goal, to help them understand that.
Man, that's fantastic. That's amazing. And I mean, there's so much stuff that so definitely we have your site up so people can. You guys have some great stats about the traps that we fall into as a culture and the athletes of buying your mom's a house when you don't need to do that on the first contract, and and you know, taking care of the posse, you know, the whole crew, you know, like you don't need to do the whole crew of the night at Dre's.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You don't need to do that. Not every other weekend.
Nah, I mean, you gotta have fun.
You gotta have fun,
You
but-
gotta live life. We're not telling people don't live life.
Yeah,
Right.
but moderation, right?
Everything's good in moderation.
So, so man, this time flies, man. So we're definitely we got your information up there. When is this something you guys are actively already started, or is this all the process of building this up and getting clients and getting that message out?
Well, we're in the process of building, as well as, you know, our website is under construction. We're in the process of building the website, but just bringing awareness to it is the first part, and getting more athletes to, you know, think beyond just now and think more into the future.
All right, man. Well, hey, we got only a couple of seconds, and we got to get you guys to drop. So the assist where we get to drop a jewel. So a quick mantra or a quote or something from both of you guys. Boom, just give it to us.
Well, I always go, the man who says he can and the man who says he can are both correct.
That's right. I like that. What you got for us, Bill?
I'm just gonna say, save your money. I'm coming out. I'm gonna be brutally honest, blunt. Save your money. You know, that's it.
There it is. Well, hey, man, I want to thank both of our guests, man, for definitely being flexible. It's an honor to finally get you guys on, man. We've been going back and forth to do this. I think what you guys are doing is absolutely needed, absolutely amazing. And, you know, Miles and I have this conversation off show talking about the stuff that we don't know as a culture. So getting that information out to our folks, you know, to prepare us and to get us in a great spot is just amazing. So, so once again, thank you. We want to thank the people for listening, man. I hope you enjoyed today's show. Please give us feedback on our show at Black in Sports. We're on all social media platforms, and we're also on all podcast platforms. So please stay safe, practice gratitude, and know that we're rooting for you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Screaming, all us blacks got in sports and entertainment until we even.
Assuming I'm rooting for everybody that's black. Yeah. Yeah. Assuming I'm rooting for everybody that's black. Yo. Look. Assuming I'm rooting for everybody that's black. Spent about 2 racks on handmade new rags. Assuming I'm rooting for everybody that's black. That's everybody from sports to college class to rap.